I'm standing in our bathroom at 2 a.m., watching my wife breathe through what I think might be a contraction, and I'm holding my phone with a contraction timer app that I don't actually know how to interpret. Is this it? Do we go now? Do we wait? She's asking me if we should call the hospital, and I'm pretending to be calm while internally screaming, because I have no idea what 5 minutes apart actually means in practice. Every pregnancy book I read had different timelines, and none of them prepared me for the specific terror of not knowing if I'm making the call too early or dangerously too late. I'm Dan, and I've been exactly where you are right now. If this video helps you feel even slightly more prepared, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. If you're watching this video, you're probably terrified of missing something important, of not knowing when to act, of being useless when she needs you most. That's not just normal. That's the default setting for almost every first-time dad approaching delivery day. This video is the real timeline nobody gave me. I'm walking you through the actual stages of labor, not the textbook version, but what it looks like, how long it actually takes, what your job is at each phase, and exactly when to make the moves that matter. By the end, you'll know the sequence, you'll recognize the signs, and you'll replace that panic with a plan. Knowledge is your superpower. When you understand what's coming and what role you play at each stage, you transform from a scared bystander into her essential support system. Point 1. Early labor, the long waiting game. Early labor can last hours or even days, and your main job is to keep her calm, comfortable, and not rush to the hospital too early. This is when contractions are irregular, maybe 10 minutes apart, then 7, then 12 again. They're uncomfortable but manageable. She can talk through them. She might even joke between them. This doesn't feel like the movies yet, and that's exactly right. Here's what you do. Help her stay hydrated. Water, juice, whatever she wants. Suggest distraction activities like a walk around the neighborhood or watching a movie together. Encourage rest if it's nighttime because she's going to need that energy later. And resist the urge to time every single contraction obsessively. I know you want data, I know you want to feel useful, but hovering with a stopwatch stresses both of you out. The hospital will likely send you home if you arrive too early, which creates unnecessary stress and makes her feel like she's failing somehow. The general rule is head to the hospital when contractions are 5 minutes apart, lasting 1 minute each for at least 1 hour. That's the 5-1-1 rule, but always call your provider first if you're uncertain. Your role here is marathon coach, not sprinter. Conserve her energy and yours. I tried to rush us to the hospital at 7 minutes apart because I panicked, and the nurse told us to go home and labor there until things progressed. I felt like an idiot. Don't be me. Trust the process even when your instinct is to act. Point 2. Active labor when things get real. This is when you shift into high gear. Active labor means contractions are 3 to 5 minutes apart, lasting 45 to 60 seconds, and she can't talk through them anymore. She's focused, she's in pain, and this is when you become her lifeline. This phase averages 4 to 8 hours for first-time moms, though it varies wildly. Some women move through it faster, some slower. You're not racing anyone. Your job now is to be her focal point. Eye contact, steady breathing together, your calm directly helps her regulate. Apply counter pressure to her lower back if she wants it. Some women love this, some hate being touched. Ask once, then follow her lead. Keep the room environment calm. Dim lights, minimal interruptions, low voices. Advocate for her with nurses. She shouldn't have to repeat her birth plan while she's contracting. You be the one who says she wants the lights down or needs ice chips. And do not ask, how are you feeling? Instead, say you're doing amazing or I'm right here. She knows she's in pain. She doesn't need to narrate it for you. This is where you prove your value, not by fixing anything, but by being unshakably present. If she wants an epidural, I support that decision immediately without question. No judgment, no hesitation. Just, yes, let's get you relief. If she's going natural, be her anchor through every contraction. Don't try to solve the pain. Just be the steady thing she can hold on to. Point 3. Transition, The hardest part she'll face. Transition is brutal and it's critical. You know this phase exists so you don't panic when it happens. This is the shortest phase, usually 15 minutes to an hour, but it's the most intense. My contractions are 2 to 3 minutes apart, lasting 60 to 90 seconds. There's almost no break between them. She might shake, feel nauseous, say, "I can't do this," or even say things she doesn't mean. Some women get angry or panicky or tell you to leave or never touch them again. This is normal. This is her body doing the final work before pushing. This is not her giving up or breaking down. This is the hardest thing she'll ever do, and her brain is just trying to cope. Your job is do not take anything personally. If she snaps at you, let it go. Stay calm because your calm helps her regulate. Reassure her that this is the final stretch before she meets your baby. Tell her she's almost there, that she's doing it, that this intensity means progress, and get a nurse immediately if she feels pressure or the urge to push. Don't let her push until she's fully dilated and a medical team confirms. Pushing too early can cause serious complications. The key mindset is this: when she says she can't do it anymore, that's actually the sign she's almost there. That moment of breaking is transition, and transition means the finish line is close. I didn't know this during our delivery, and when my wife started saying she couldn't do it, I thought something was wrong. I got scared. The nurse had to tell me this was normal, that we were close. Know it ahead of time so you can be her steady voice when hers is faltering. Point 4. Pushing and delivery, the final chapter. Pushing can last 20 minutes or 3 hours for first-time moms. The range is massive, so don't expect a quick finale. She'll push during contractions, rest between them, and you'll finally see what you're both working toward. Your job now splits into support and witness. Support her leg or back if needed. Nurses will direct you where to stand and what to hold. Count through pushes if she wants. Some women find this helpful, some hate it. Ask her what she prefers. Give her water and ice chips between contractions. She's working harder than you can imagine. And tell her what you see. "I can see the head. You're so close." That feedback is incredibly motivating when she can't see progress herself. If you want to watch the delivery, position yourself where you can see but won't faint. Eat something beforehand, stay hydrated, and sit down if you feel lightheaded. No one benefits from you unconscious on the floor. When your baby arrives, it might not cry immediately. That's often normal as they suction fluid. The medical team will tell you if there's a concern. You might cry, you might freeze, you might feel overwhelming love or surprising numbness. All normal. Your brain is processing something huge. Cut the cord if you want. They'll guide you exactly how. But don't feel obligated if it's not your thing. There's no dad card you lose for passing on that. Point 5. The immediate aftermath. What happens next? The baby arrives and everyone focuses on the baby, but your partner still needs you. Here's what's happening in the room. They'll clean and assess your baby. APGAR scores at 1 and 5 minutes, measuring heart rate and breathing and color. She'll deliver the placenta, another 5 to 15 minutes of mild contractions. And if there were tears or an episiotomy, she'll get stitches while holding the baby. Your job splits now. Admire your baby, take photos, and she's offered water and food. The medical, she's offered water and food. The medical team will press on her stomach to check her uterus. It's painful. They'll help her start breastfeeding if that's the plan, and it's awkward at first. Totally normal. No one is naturally good at this immediately. And they'll monitor her bleeding to make sure she's recovering safely. She'll be exhausted, possibly shaking from adrenaline, and emotionally raw. Skin-to-skin time for both of you matters. Hold your baby. Let your baby hear your voice. You might feel sidelined during all the medical activity. Resist that feeling and stay engaged. This isn't the end. It's the beginning of recovery. And she needs you for that too. I got so focused on the baby that I almost forgot to check on my wife until a nurse reminded me. Don't make that mistake. She just did something extraordinary for both of you. Point 6. The variables you can't control. Here's the truth. Labor rarely follows the perfect timeline. She might need Pitocin to speed things up, or an emergency C-section if the baby's in distress. Plans change, and that's not failure. That's childbirth. Your job isn't to control the outcome. It's to adapt and advocate. Ask questions when you don't understand what's happening. You're not annoying, you're being a good partner. Trust the medical team's expertise, but also speak up if something feels wrong. And hold space for her feelings if the birth doesn't go as she hoped. Some women feel traumatized or disappointed when their birth plan gets thrown out. That's valid. Let her process those feelings without trying to fix them. Some dads feel traumatized by difficult deliveries too. That's valid, and you can process that later. In the moment, be her steady presence. The best birth isn't the one that matches the plan. It's the one where she feels supported and both she and baby come through safely. Everything else is just details. You're not supposed to have all the answers. You're supposed to show up, stay present, and be her anchor when everything feels chaotic and overwhelming. That's the job. That's what she needs from you. And now you know the timeline, you know the signs, and you know what to do at each stage. You're ready for this. Not because it won't be hard or scary, but because you understand what's coming and you have a roadmap to follow. Knowledge really is your superpower here. When that moment comes, when you're standing in your bathroom at 2 a.m. or you're in that delivery room watching her work harder than you've ever seen anyone work, you'll know what phase you're in. You'll know what comes next, and you'll be exactly what she